This is the Fifth Estate Winning Headlines, your media police post. In this segment, we summarize some of the headlines that you might have missed this morning, and we also take a look at the political pieces we call cartoons in this country. Today is the 26th of March 2019. I am DM.
I am 2M.
And I am Miss K, your host. Again, in case you missed it, this is Winning Headlines. Let's take a look at today's headlines. The Standard. Teachers' plans for 100 million shilling cash win. I love it. Meet us before House address. MPs tell UHURU. And finally, Daily Nation. Inside ODM plan to impeach Ruto. I think we start here. Let's talk about the Star. Meet us before House address. MPs tell UHURU. And inside ODM plan to impeach Ruto. Is James Orengo serious?
Very serious. In my view, he's very serious. He's going to go ahead and attempt to impeach Ruto. And there are many reasons why he would do this.
Yes.
Oh my goodness.
Number one, perhaps his supreme leader, Raila, has asked him or directed him to. Number two, as a political animal himself, he would take any chance to.
And a political animal
Gain
who
mileage,
is
further
also
mileage.
looking at succession a couple of political cycles from now, eliminate all possible.
Absolutely. And he could also be just doing it for nuisance value, just to make William Ruto shake in his boots. But the main reason why I think James Orengo will go ahead with this process is because he is James Orengo. If there's anybody who can make this attempt, it is him.
I know, didn't he try to attempt to impeach Daniel Moi?
In 1998, absolutely. Politically, this guy has the heart of a lion, the disposition of an
Big
ox.
kahunas, big kahunas. But can he do it? Let me bring you guys back to the law. Can he do it? So the procedure for impeaching the president is kind of like the same as the procedure for impeaching the deputy president. You find it in the Constitution, it's laid out, it's very clear. So for him to introduce a motion in the House to impeach the deputy president, he will need the support of 116 members. Where do I get that from? They say at least a third. So you need a third of the members.
Doable.
Is that doable?
I think
it is.
Okay, let's look at the numbers.
When you have 76 ODM MPs.
Yes, there's 76 ODM MPs, but he needs to make a
split, remember? So
yes, it's true. So if we split it, we can say that a good number, maybe 40 members of the UHURU-aligned Jubilee members could jump ship with him, and there he gets his 116 to introduce the motion. But before that motion moves, the National Assembly has to vote on it. And there they need at least two-thirds of the members to vote on it. Then it can move forward.
The rubber hits the road there.
Now that's where the rubber hits the road, because you're saying that a majority of the members of the House don't want the deputy president there. That's 233 members. Now, even if you add the 76 belonging to ODM, to 120, let's give UK-aligned Jubilee 120 members. He's still like 37 members short.
So he hits headwinds even before this process goes into his house, the Senate.
Yes. And that's where, after the National Assembly, the Senate takes over. And once you get into the Senate, I think it's like a slip, slide, win, you're out. But before you pass the National Assembly, can he marshal 37 of Ruto's people to vote against him for an impeachment? I don't know.
It is possible.
Okay, so if you say it's possible.
It is probable.
It sounds like an uphill task. It's an uphill task. Especially given the headline on the Star.
Meet us.
Why do these people want to meet the president? To have a...
Guys, before we go there, let me tell you where this is coming from.
Okay.
2 weeks ago, James Orengo told us he held a meeting with UHURU Kenyatta for how many hours?
4 hours, I remember. That was a headline story.
4 hours. And we said here, if Jimmy Orengo is moving that way, he probably has the backing of the president.
Keyword probably.
Probably.
Probably has.
Oh.
Right?
Okay.
And this is what
We're with you.
This is what I'm
We're
getting
trying to
at.
get
This is what I'm getting at.
So are you trying to tell me that during the 4-hour meeting, brief one was let's talk about corruption, and for you to see my passion about being serious about the issue? Or are you telling me that that was a cover story?
And agenda number 2.
And agenda number 2 was the real deal, which is coming together right now.
Be taken to the floor of Parliament and the Senate.
And you're so right, because this is where I'm going. The Building Bridges initiatives had 2 briefs.
Okay. Now you've taken us like way left.
The first is the contractual. The second is the non-contractual. The contractual one was a useless thing. Yes, peace, no war. Second one was a purge. That's my view. Hypothetical. Second one was the referendum and an impeachment process. And it's going to occur to William Ruto that this process will begin and it will be in slow motion just before his eyes.
You have said that with such certainty. Are you saying it as a matter of fact or as a supposition?
As a hypothetical position, and it is mine. And I am ready to be wrong, but I think I'm right.
And let me bring back our audience. We have a 3-part criteria that we use to break down the headlines for you. We ask ourselves 3 questions. Question number 1.
Yes.
Is our headline topical or is it speculative and maybe even conspiratorial? Question number 2. Is it repetitive or is it groundbreaking?
Yes.
And question number 3. Is it thoughtful or just plain
lazy?
Now, before we enter deep in the realm of conspiracy, deep, where we'll not even be able to remove ourselves, what do we say about this? Because we've said that one of the big choke points that he has is getting 233 members in the National Assembly to vote for it.
Yes.
Because I think once it gets into the Senate is supposed to put together an 11-member committee. That's not hard. You can also, ODM and Jubilee, UK led Jubilee marshal good numbers in the Senate, and once you get there, I think that you have completed your impeachment motion.
You're home and dry.
You're home and dry. So, is this a conspiratorial, speculative story, or is it groundbreaking?
I think we've known this. There's nothing new they're telling us. However, because I said it will occur in slow motion, some of these headlines could be ignored today. But in a couple of months, we will see the true reality.
I don't think anyone could ignore this headline. Inside ODM plan to impeach Ruto, who is the deputy president. I would take this and read it and see what the plan is, who is making the plan, how he's going to be impeached, when he's going to be impeached.
And if I was in Ruto's camp, I would stop it at every possible
This is a political fireball.
But if I was William Ruto, I'd ask myself 2 questions. Where will Uhuru be when I'm being impeached? Second, why is James Orengo so confident?
I can tell you where he won't be.
Because he's James Orengo. This is the guy who was confident. Remember in 1997 when the opposition was protesting against the Moi's government?
Yes.
I do remember.
About constitutional reforms.
Yes.
In Parliament, under Moi's nose, because remember Moi was a member of Parliament, he was sitting right there next to Kaparo. Orengo is the only one who stood up. Wamalwa couldn't do it. Kibaki couldn't do it. Shikuku couldn't do it. Orengo is the one who disrupted, who was given the floor to speak about why it is that they're protesting. He's the only one who could bail the cat while the cat was sitting right there.
But now Orengo is 22 years older than that.
No, which only makes him more experienced.
He's a Guys, let me bring us back. We have agreed. Orengo is a punchy politician. He is a gutsy one.
He's going to do it.
So if he's going to do it, this is a story to watch.
Yes.
And one to watch because the political ramifications are far-reaching, I think.
Which is just his piece of
I think. In fact, exciting days ahead.
But we'll be doing a disservice to this headline.
Wait, are we saying that? I know where UK won't be. He won't be meeting us.
This headline is boring.
No.
Even Kenyans
No, but you guys have not. Let me tell you. Today, Uhuru Kenyatta went for lunch where?
You tell me.
Harambee House Annex to meet William Ruto.
That's on this headline. This wasn't with his babies crying, please meet me.
To meet Jesus where and gave him a kiss.
Here's my story. Maybe Uhuru knows what's coming next week.
The State of the Nation?
State of the Nation.
I know what's happening
and
next
week.
He
probably feels the need to placate
All right, what are we
William
trashing?
Ruto.
What are we keeping?
I trash this. I keep this because this has far-reaching political
Do you think there's an owner for this headline?
I second.
No.
Do you think there's an owner for this headline?
A what?
An owner.
An owner for the headline.
All the headlines have owners.
Who do you think the owner is?
This one is the crying group, us looking for a space in the
papers. If you think it has an owner, who do you think the owner is here?
2M, the majority has it. This one is going to the bin.
Why do you want
And I don't disagree. I just wanted to ask
you
what it is. You can throw
then
it
if
now.
you don't disagree, toss. Okay, so do we keep that? Do we table that? Wait, before you toss that one, I like that headline. I don't like how it's phrased, but I do like the story.
Yeah, this is fantastic. Well done, The Standard. Again, because yesterday you were also the only paper
that put him up here.
Yes, who highlighted the.
What do you think this guy should do with his money? I think he should just be selfish and spend it on his
Peter Tabichi. We should stop calling him the teacher.
But he's a teacher.
Peter Tabichi. No,
if he was a mechanic, we should say
his name. The one thing I would say about this, though, I hope that he can keep his winnings and not give 30%, 30 million to KRA. Because if he could do so much with so little, imagine what he would do with the 100 million.
I would love
This is my winning headline.
No, Peter, keep this money to yourself.
Impossible.
Don't give it to people.
Impossible.
That's not who he is.
Do you know that Nobel Peace Prize laureates pay tax on their winnings?
Let me tell you, Peter, you've already done your job. People forget what you did for them, but people don't forget how you made them feel. So keep your money.
Headline? Okay, so what's our winning headline? It's a sweet story. This is a political story. What do we say?
I go with The Standard for actually doing it.
See, he's won 100 million and we know.
And should be trumpeted on the rooftops. What's your winning headline?
Okay. Because this is a story this is not telling us anything new. There's nothing groundbreaking here.
Which one?
The impeachment story.
But they're telling you inside ODM plan to impeach Ruto.
Plan, not execution. It's not been executed yet. Tell me motion passed. 116 members.
What new thing do you know about $1 million being won?
This is so much selfless teacher that has given his life and his salary for the people.
What's going to do for you? Is it unveiling the veil?
The two of us win and have it. Our winning headline is The Standard. Thank you, Peter Tabichi, for being so selfless, continuing that line. Here at the Fifth Estate, we are about Afrocentric positivity. Get with the program.
Amen. They can knock themselves
on to our next segment, the political opinions.
But you haven't
rubbished cartoons. We've not rubbished because we've kept it. It's our winning headline.
Oh, so which one are you rubbishing?
This one. Toss it. You can go with it if you are so attached to it.
I'm not too married to it.
The Standard, our winning headline. Onto the political opinions that we call cartoons in this country. And just like the headlines, we have a 3-part criteria that we use to break them down for you. We ask ourselves, is the cartoon humorous or is it dry? Is it satirical or is it pessimistic? Is it effective or just plain lazy? Keep that on that side. Let me bring up next set of papers. Since he asked you so much, do you want to open The Standard first?
What's Gado saying today to
Jesus Christ. This is a caricature of Trump. Who is he watching here?
Skyping.
Oh, take one guess, please. Just take one guess.
Is it Robert Mueller?
The report. But read the message and it will tell you who it is.
See, as I promised you, we had no collision. And oh, Jesus Christ, I know exactly who it is.
Now you see.
Vladimir Putin.
With
based on his muscles.
See, as I promised you, we had no collusion and we are totally exonerated.
Context. So an investigation has been ongoing into the Russian government's 2016 U.S. election interference, and Robert S. Mueller III found no evidence that President Trump or any of his aides coordinated with the Russian government's interference of the election. But
Trump misread it.
He misread the report.
An exoneration. He didn't misread it. Trump is a brilliant politician. He didn't misread it. He said what he wants.
Isn't the truth what you say and what people then believe?
I like Trump.
So the report actually said that while this report does not conclude that the president committed a crime, it also does not exonerate him. It didn't exonerate him from obstruction of justice issues. But do you know what Trump trumpeted? He said that it was a complete and total exoneration. Gotta love him.
Parking bay? Goodbye. Okay, let's look at the Star. On the Star, we have...
Here, please.
We have 3 men with leashes and dogs at the end of the leashes, but the dogs have human heads. We have the one who looks like Raila saying, views expressed below are not our own. So at the end of the leashes One dog is Murathe, another one is Orengo, another one is Sudi.
And they're all barking.
Oh, but
Orengo looks like a very respectable puppy because he has glasses, he's bespectacled, he's not dribbling saliva, and his tongue is not out like Murathe. Why would you do them like that? Anyway.
Ruto is always crying.
Ruto is crying even when he has his own personal dog.
Oh my goodness. Okay, we can agree that that is an exceedingly humorous cartoon. But I'd like to say that the leashes are tangled, so you can't really tell whose dog is whose.
And this protects the cartoonist from libel, because then he wouldn't have said Sudi is
so-and-so's dog.
So-and-so's dog.
But Sudi's dental formula, why does he do him like that?
I will not ask questions as to why he drew him like that, or why Orango's tail is wagging, why Murathe is in, like that position. Which dog is that does that when it's in fight mode?
It's
like
a pit bull.
A pit bull.
Oh, this is hilarious.
I cannot. This is a hilarious, satirical, and effective cartoon. I'm so sorry. I feel so biased, but I love it.
On the nation.
I love this.
Okay, put it in the parking bay. Now that it has no other competition from the Standard disappeared.
On the nation, we have a family in bed.
It's bedtime.
Appears to be UHURU and Ruto on a bed, but the headboard of the bed is broken.
Is that lightning? What's that?
And it looks like there's a flash of lightning above them. Oh. And underneath the bed is a giggling Raila. He's very happy he's split the bed.
Oh, God.
Well, I can see the humor that you see in it.
Yeah.
But I feel like, hasn't this been done before?
They're telling us
Wait,
what we know.
No. Like, I do mean the representation, and I mean in the past 2 weeks.
I think that you also feel that it's very familiar because it's a very common thing for talking heads to say, this politician is in bed with this politician.
No,
so
I
it's
literally
just a
mean that
of it.
I don't remember which cartoonist, and I think we'll look it up and you shall see it. But there was one where they were matching pajamas even, and they were in bed on different sides of the bed with different blankets.
Yeah.
There's been like 2 where they've been in bed together.
Yeah.
I feel like I've seen this before.
Every president's regime, there's been an in-bed cartoon.
But not in the past 2 weeks.
That's
Absolutely.
True. That's
true.
And
I'm just bolstering your point that not groundbreaking. It's not groundbreaking.
No. Again.
I wanted him to win today, but
I did too.
Let me down.
The dogs are funnier. So can we toss this and keep the star?
The star has it unanimously.
Winning cartoon
hilarious.
is the star. Victor Mbula yet again gives us our winning cartoon. And this is Winning Headlines. See you tomorrow.